Oh my goodness. Anyway, good evening, my people. Tonight I am here to share with you my experience about transportation system in the UK. If you are interested, please stay tuned. If you are planning to visit the UK or any country outside your country, or you're coming in as a visitor, as a student, as a business person, whichever it is, I think this video will benefit you a lot. So please stay tuned, listen to the end where you will hear most of this educative information that will be very, very useful for you. And I'm giving it to you free of charge. I didn't have this opportunity when I was coming in. My name is ANGELSCILLA, and you see me on YouTube, on my Facebook, Twitter handle, WhatsApp, ANGELSCILLA. Mind you, I don't share my WhatsApp information on the YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter. So if anyone tells you it's ANGELSCILLA and asking you to donate money for anything, it's not me. Just know that it's not me. I'm not the one. I'm just here to share my experience with people, to educate people, to give people inspirational messages and knowledge, to encourage people, to cheer people up. And that is just my aim of coming into the social media network. So I'm not here to scam anybody. If anybody is asking you for money, definitely it's not my ANGELSCILLA. So when I came into the UK, I didn't have any experience about what transportation system look like in the UK or any country so far. So I have no idea. Um, Maybe to my knowledge, I would have thought the same process like where I was coming from, Lagos State. It's either you join BRT or you jump on Mulwe or on Danfo or you drive your personal car. So lucky for me, throughout my stay in Lagos State, I have my own car, so I drove anywhere I'm going, except otherwise maybe the car is at the mechanic. Anyway, to cut the long story short, so when I get into the UK, I arrived at the Heathrow Airport at about past 7 p.m. But because of the crowd of the number of students and dependents that came in, I came in as a student. I came in as at the period, it was like a heavy crusade ground. So it took me, if I'm not exaggerating, like almost 3 hours on the queue before it could get to my turn to be verified and have my passport stamp, and then going to search for my luggage. So those those delays caused this setback for me to arriving to my home base where I was going to base late at midnight. So when I got there, the lady literally, she was tired. I was extremely so tired. So I just had my bath. And then this is me in Africa. It's a different story entirely, which I will be sharing. This is me in Africa. I don't bathe with hot water because hot water make me more cold. When I came here, so this is how to turn the shower to the hot side and the cold. My mind has the hot side. I don't bath with cold water. And when the water touch you, you go know say cold water pass cold water. That's a discussion for another day. You see tap water that is like ice block from the fridge. It's a discussion from another day. For another day anyway. So I arrived on a Friday, on a Thursday night, like I mentioned, and I needed to go out. I have just that Friday to go out. I needed to go to my campus to know what my campus is. I needed to stamp some of my documents. I needed to show myself that I was present for orientation, even though I have missed 2 days already. And I needed to go get my BROP so I can, which enables you to have your right of stay in the country. UK they call it BROP. I don't know what other country call it. BROP means biometric resident permit. So that is what permits you, like it's like an ID, like a ATM card. So that's what you use to also look for job. If you are looking for accommodation, you want to do business, so you literally need your BRP for everything that you need to do, to as in what while you are in the UK, and also make you to work freely. So that morning, there was no chance for the lady to even explain anything to me, and she was in the UK for over a month, and I could have, if I were in her shoe, I would take the pains to explain to the new person. But people are different. So she didn't explain anything to me about how to get a vehicle, how to the train, how to enter the train, what I need to look out for. There was nothing like that. So it was that morning I got ready as quickly as possible, and then she was describing, okay, if you walk out, me that came in at midnight, how do I even know? I can't even remember where the bus stop is, if I came in from the left or from the right or north, west, south or east. I have no idea. So anyway, she followed me to the bus stop and we waited. One thing you need to know if you are coming to abroad, or like Nigeria doesn't have that. I'm in Nigeria. I was coming from Lagos State. There are no bus stop does not have a signpost. Over here, every bus stop has a signpost, and each of those signposts have a letter that is on the signpost. But some doesn't carry letter. Which is another very confusing trick. And so I came out. So I have this challenge of, when I come out and I put, and every address has a postcode, which Nigeria do not have. I hope they get it some days, because it will be easier for people to easily locate where they are going through the use of GPS and Google Map to get there. So over here you use city mapper, you use TFL, you use Google Map. Me, the old school that I am, I still use Google Map. A lot of people don't use Google Map. Say no, Google Map is confusing. But as old school that I am, which the one I like most among all of them is Google Map, because that's what I use throughout in Nigeria when I'm going to a place that I don't know and I'm driving down, instead of going to stop at the wrong place or turn at the wrong place or start asking questions or get lost or last month chop my money. I rather just use a Google Map until I get confusing. I look for a quiet place to pull over and then I ask questions. Anyway, here now I'm coming into a place where I don't even have a car to drive, talk less of how to do whatever I need to do. So she was explaining to me. She walked me to the bus stop. We waited, and then I got lost. Seriously, I got lost. The buses will come. You are seeing on Google Map telling you, and as at that time, I never knew that those bus stops pole has a letter. I never knew. When you are not told, that's why they say information is knowledge. I never knew those bus poles has a letter, or those bus stops has letters on them, alphabet. And so but those some doesn't have, like I mentioned. And so when I went out, she told me get a bus. The way she described it, you so place, you drop, you join a tree. And so I was going. I joined that bus, and then the bus, I think I followed the bus to a wrong place. And though I explained to the driver, I don't know my way, I was new. The driver literally forgot and took me around and around and around and around. Only God knows where I came out from. Where did I? One international train station. I'm trying to remember. If I remember, I'll chip it in. And so I just got lost in there after spending over an hour in the bus, and I wasn't supposed to spend. My journey was supposed to be like about 7-10 minutes to get to the train station, or less to get to the train station where I would join the train. So that was how I joined another train. And because Google Map will give you a train name, like wherever you say Thames Link, or they pull it, they start put names of train stations. Maybe for instance, they put a Ikeja train. When you see Ikeja train, you see Thames Link, you see what is it called? You see Surulere train. It doesn't mean each of those trains is going to the area that you are going. That is the mistake I never knew. You have to check the one that is on the time of the arrival, the arriving time. If you see Ikeja train, for instance, it doesn't mean it's going to Agidingbe. So if you join that one and it's not the time, that is not the arrival time of the one you're supposed to join, or you may find yourself in which village sef I don't even know, in one village in Ibadan, so, or in Osun State. So that is how it is here. So I didn't know of all of that. I was just in a train, back front. I just got lost. I was now asking questions. They say, oh, you have to join this train to this place. When you get there, you get. And you know the funny thing about this place? Everyone you see that is also rushing to catch a bus or catch a train, they only know where they are going. They don't know where the question you are asking. The question you are asking, the direction you are asking may be the exact direction they are going, but they don't know. The reason is because everybody just believe in Google Map. Or they will, when you ask a question, so please, how can I get to so and so place? Oh, put it on the Google Map. Oh, I'm sorry, I really don't know. I wish I could help. Because everybody is in the rush. You see the way people are rushing. You see elderly people running just to catch a bus or catch a train. That's how it is here. So even when the people are not in a rush, that time to even think of, okay, let me reason out of the bus to check where you are going. Once in a while, you see people who have that patience to even wait and ask you for the postcode of where you are going, and they will put it on their phone and check it, and use the caliper to check. Me, I'm not used to the caliper up till now. They say north, south, west, and east. I'm an old school person, so you don't blame me. So they will not look at you and say, okay, you're going this way or you're going that way, or you join so tree, or look at the timing of your arrival of your train. So one thing you need to know, you have to look at the timing of the arrival of your train. If it's the same thing applies to your bus, you have to look at the timing of the arrival of your bus, and which of the alphabetical letter bus stop is the Google Map telling you to join that bus. Or let's say, for instance, you are joining a bus. You are, maybe for instance, you are in London, for instance, and let's say you are in Sitcom, and then you want to go to Woolwich from Sitcom. So if the Google Map is telling you to join the bus 23231, for instance, or 53 51 or 53, for instance, and it's telling you that's the bus you are joining, it doesn't mean every bus you see with that number is going to where you are going. It may be returning from where you are coming from to from where you are going, or that particular one is not even to the area where you are going. So that's one thing you need to know. So I'm going to use Lagos State as an example to explain this thing that I'm explaining. If you are leaving Ikeja to Idiaraba, or okay, let me say Ikeja, you live in Ikeja to Surulere, yeah, and then they say you are going to join bus 51, and Google Map tells you bus 51, and now say go to stop L. Make sure you stop L, because then I didn't even know, am I standing on the right side of the road to get the bus, or do I need to cross over to the other side? Often time I join the bus from the wrong side. So that I am joining the bus that is returning from where I am coming from or something, instead of joining the bus that is going to where I am going. I'm joining the bus that is returning from where I am going. So I made that mistake several times. I made that mistake for close over for like 2 months. Yeah, for like 2 months before someone now told me that no, because because I opened up to the person. I said, look, it's so confusing when I need to go out. I didn't even have money, and I spent a lot of money on transportation, blah blah blah. He said, no, all the bus stuff have a number, has a letter. Look at the letter that is showing on your Google Map, and the bus that you are joining, and the bus timing. If it's telling you your bus is coming in 10 minutes time, and you see that particular another bus came, or another train came with the same number or with the same name, Thameslink, for instance, it doesn't mean that's the one you are joining. That will be going on a different route to get to where they are going, or if the route will not even connect to where you are going. That is how it is. Just for instance, maybe the bus is coming from Ikeja, and you just saw Third Mainland Bridge, bus 51 to Third Mainland from Ikeja. All your mind is okay, it's coming, you are going to the same third mainland. It's not going to the area you are going. It may be different entire, a different side entirely, because that's how big UK is. A different area entirely that is going. So always endeavor to check the time of the arrival of your bus, the address of the bus stop where you are standing. So if you get, so this brings me to when you get to, especially when you get to a bus stop where those letters are not there. Initially, each of the letter has a signpost where it's showing directions of where those buses are heading to. But then the JJC that I am, the village girl that I am, I didn't even know how to read those things. Even after the time I got to be learning most of this thing, I just look at those boards that I would never understand what it means. And secondly, because some of the letters are so tiny, I just feel reluctant to check. Mostly during the snow period, the winter period, and even the mold, the cold will have, eyes will have been covering the thing. I just find it difficult. I can't stress myself looking at this tiny thing because I can't even see what is there. So I don't bother myself. So until when that guy told me that no, when you get to bus stop, look at the signpost, read the signpost, or so if possible. So, you know the funny thing? If you ask the driver, they don't even know. Is that so bad? Let's say, for instance, you are in how you are in the stadium, and you are asking the driver, where do I get bus that is going to Ojuelegba? They don't know. The driver only know where he's going. Or you're asking the driver, is this bus that I'm joining, will he go through what are those routes on those areas? Will he go through stadium or whatever? They don't know. It's not their fault. The reason is because their system is programmed to where they are going and where they are returning to. So those bus stops in between that you are calling, the driver may not even be aware of it. Or as at that time you are even asking, it's not even in his mind. Doesn't even, he can't even figure out what question you are narrating. And mind you, remember, if you are talking to a British person, you know our accent is very big, it's very deep. They may not even understand what you are asking, because the way they we use the whole of our mouth to pronounce something. They pronounce words with a lot of missing letters in their pronunciation. So when you pronounce yours so fully and deep with that your country accent, your African accent, or whichever way, they may not even understand. Or sometimes even when they understand, they really can't figure out that you are going on the same direction that they are going to. So these are the things you need to know when you are coming to the UK. Check to be sure when you arrive in UK. Ask question how to know the bus stops area and the signpost. Always check the timing of the arrival of your bus and the bus number. And then when the bus comes, look at the heading of the bus. You will see where it's heading to. And the train as well, you see, look at the body of the train. You see this moving light that has the name of where it's going. And if you are lucky that the train is not moving immediately when it stops, ask question or quickly ask one or two or three persons inside the train. Is this for instance now, if I'm going to London Bridge and I get to North Greenwich, I may not even know that the train station there, stop A and stop B will also take you to London Bridge. So if you don't ask questions, you may be there. But sometimes stop A may not take you to London Bridge. So it's so confusing, it's complicated. So always look at, or maybe you are coming from London Bridge, you get to North Greenwich. Look at what your address is showing on your Google map or your city mapper to know, is the train heading towards Stratford? Is that what is telling you? Join train that is going to Stratford, you drop, or whatever it is, to drop at North Greenwich. So you have to take all those things into recognition. Otherwise, you keep burning money on your fare or transportation, and whereas you still have a lot of bills to pay here. I will end it for now for this point. So I beg you, if this makes sense, if you benefit anything from this video, please share it for others, as many as your friends, families, both your enemies that you know. Please share it with them, because it may also benefit other people. If I have this knowledge before I came here, or immediately I came here, all the money I wasted and the time I wasted, the income that I lost, even for the jobs that I needed to go and work, and you go there late, they will remove that late period that you come, they will reduce it. So you see that your money is shorting. Meanwhile, you have spent a lot of money. So I beg of you, please share this video. I'm just an upcoming social media person, so please share this message, and also look out for other information that will be coming from me. I'm here to give you words that will encourage you, words that will emulate, that will elevate your mood, words of knowledge, words of wisdom as God pleases and as God help me, and educative and informative knowledge. Please do well to share, do well to like, do well to view to the end, do well to listen to the end, and do well to follow me. Thank you. God bless.